What's up everyone, welcome to the video. This is my giant TCR, it's a 2021 model. It's got disc brakes, it's got electric shifting Di2, tubeless tire, 30 millimeters, full carbon. It is a dream race bike. I love riding this thing. But as we're currently at the end of fall going into winter, the time making this video is middle of November 2023, I want to do a couple things to this bike to make it a little bit easier to ride if it's super cold outside or even if it's raining, and just make it a little bit more approachable. So before we do any of the updates, I do want to weigh the bike. Probably pretty lightweight as it is right now. Okay, 17.56 pounds, 7.96 kilograms. So let's remember that number. 17.5 pounds is how much it weighs right now. So first thing I gotta do is turn it upside down. I know turning a bike upside down is frowned upon, but I think it's totally fine as long as you're not doing it and scraping along your shifters and your saddle. This is a carpeted room. Even if you're on a hardwood floor, it's totally fine. Like I said, just take note, you don't want to be scraping it along the floor or along the concrete because you'll ruin your expensive shifters and your expensive saddle. So I'm currently running SPD SL pedals on this bike right here. These are the Shimano Ultegra ones. I really like riding in road shoes. Road shoes just feel awesome to clip in. They just feel absolutely great. They're great. They're just great. That's all I can say. However, a couple things that I don't like about riding in road pedals and road shoes is the clipping and unclipping. And you go to clip when the light turns green and you can't get it. But there's taxis and it's rush hour and it's in the middle of Manhattan. It's actually happened to me a couple of times. So if I was just riding on an empty country road and I was just pretty much pedaling the whole time, no stop and go, I might keep the road shoes in. However, this also means that I'd have to only ride in good weather and I wouldn't even be able to go on any type of gravel at all. So I am going to switch out to the old faithful SPDs, which is what I had on this bike originally. I still have some grease on these, but I'm gonna put some more grease on the pedals. SPD road pedal out, SPD mountain bike pedal in. Make sure this is nice and tight. The left side pedal is usually reverse threaded. Yeah, it's reverse threaded, so just beware of that. Left road pedal out, mountain bike pedal in. All right, pretty simple. Very simple, actually. So the advantage of the mountain bike pedals is compared to the road pedals. I'll actually show you. The road pedals like this, pretty much they sit like that, and it's really easy to try to clip in on the wrong side. So you always have to kind of make sure that it's right side up when you're clipping in. Otherwise, it's not going to be able. You're not going to be able to clip in easily. The advantage with a mountain bike pedal is actually that it is double-sided. You can see right there, it's double-sided. So you can take your mountain bike shoe with the metal cleat and just clip in really easily and clip out really easily. Pretty much, and once you get used to them, after a couple of rides, you can just bang, click right in. You just feel it and then just go click. It's super easy to click in. And then to unclip is actually pretty easy as well. So the mountain bike pedals, if you're in an environment like New York City, for example, or if you're doing a lot of stop and go, the mountain bike pedals can actually be pretty advantageous. However, the downside of mountain bike pedals are, number one, the pedals and shoes are heavier. I can tell just holding the mountain bike Shimano shoe and the road Shimano shoe that there is a bit of a weight difference. Not much, but you can feel it. And there is a weight penalty for the mountain bike pedal as well. However, unless you're racing, the mountain bike system is better. It's overall the more superior system, I believe, just because it's more durable, it's easier to clip in and clip out, and it's just easier to live with. All right, so purpose of putting the mountain bike pedals on was to make the bike more approachable, right? It's cold, it's raining, it's wet. I want to be able to hop on my bike without having to worry about screwing up my nice expensive cleats. And also I just want to be able to not think so much about clipping in and focus more on riding the bike. But there's one more thing that we have to change to make this bike truly approachable, or even more approachable, and that would be the saddle. Now, I don't have any problems with this saddle in particular, but the main problem I have with this saddle is with any other road saddle is I have to wear, or I feel like I have to wear cycling kit, the spandex stuff, all the time. Yes, I can ride in jeans, it is not that bad, but it is going to shred my jeans. So I've got this Brooks saddle. I wish I had it in black, but this is the only one I have right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put this Brooks leather saddle on here, and hopefully that'll make the bike a lot more approachable mentally and a lot easier to just hop on and go, because all I'm really gonna have to do is change my shoes, as opposed to with this saddle, I have to get all set up and all kitted up, and if I'm only going out for an hour, kind of can be discouraging. Hard to take this out, huh? Just the whole thing. They don't want you doing work to your own bike. Why is this so complicated? As you can tell, I don't like when things are over-engineered or when they're harder than they need to be. It's not going to look the greatest with this saddle. I would prefer a black saddle on this bike, but this is what I got for right now. So this is what I'm going to be riding for right now. I'll play with the positioning as I'm riding the bike. All right, that looks pretty level. It's pretty easy to adjust it. It's not as easy to take the saddle off, but it's not bad. Like I said, it doesn't look that great, but I could always just get a black cover, a black storm cover to put over the saddle. I'm testing it out anyways. Doesn't look horrible, but it could look better. So right now, if I wanted to go ride this bike, all I would have to do is change my shoes, put my helmet on, and I'm good to go. I gotta put water bottles in and make sure I have everything I need in case I get a flat tire or whatever, something like that. But I no longer have to think, which cycling kit am I gonna wear? What about this? What about that? I can just wear my Levi's jeans, my flannel, throw a jacket over. I can pretty much ride this bike in plain clothes right now with this leather saddle because it's comfortable enough and it's not going to shred apart my jeans or my pants. And it's also nice that I'm not going to have to be thinking about, am I going to clip in properly this time? What if I get an awesome clip in, then I stop for a red light and then I have to play with the road pedal again? It's nice that I'll be able to just click in and unclick. That's it. Much simpler, much easier to live with, and much more convenient if you're in a stop and go scenario. Now, there's one final thing that I'm going to do. I wasn't going to do this initially, but I just wanted to show that there are other options that you could actually use to winterize your bike, and it would be putting on my Race Blade Pro XL fenders. These are my favorite fenders. You've seen me use them on my Wabi Thunder, and they're just super simple to put on, take off. You can put them on pretty much any bike. As you can see, I'm just putting this one on the back right now. Zip tie right here. Zip tie this one right here. And then we could adjust this up. Check out that coverage. It's gonna keep the seat dry. It's gonna make all this stuff down here wet, but it's gonna keep your feet and your legs dry and anyone behind you dry. SKS Race Blade Pro XL fenders. You can go up to 32 or 35 millimeter width. Best fenders in the market. And we could even put the front fender on as well. Sometimes I don't put the front on, but why not? Gotta adjust it. You can adjust these with no tools too, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can use tools and you probably should use tools, but it's just nice that you don't need to necessarily use tools. All right, there we go. All right, the TCR is now ready for winter. Like I said, I can now ride in this in a pair of jeans, and I've got my basic SPD pedals, not the SL, the mountain bike pedals, and these fenders are gonna do a great job of keeping the bike clean and keeping me clean if I happen to get caught in a downpour or if I just even ride through a puddle. Fenders can do a great job of keeping that road spray or road water off of your bike. I don't know if I would keep the front fender on. It's a bit close right here. I'd probably just put some helicopter tape under here. That way it doesn't rub the paint off the nice carbon frame. But I do have a lot of dirt on this bike. I gotta clean this bike up. Almost forgot. Let's go ahead and weigh this bike and see how much weight we gained. All right, we were at 17.5 pounds before, right? I hope you kept notes because I forgot. I'm kidding. 17.5 pounds. Wow. 19.4 pounds, 19.48. 2 pounds. This bike gained 2 pounds? That's insane. It does feel heavy. I could feel the weight actually. Like I think this gave it like an extra 1.5 pounds, and these are probably half pounds. The fenders are pretty lightweight. The fenders probably gave it like a 1/4 pound. So I guess I'm not surprised, but yeah, this feels like I got full water bottles on it. Well, it's winter. I'm not going to be going after any sort of personal records or anything like that. Really just focused on getting out there and having fun. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Reminder to consider subscribing if you like the content you see on this channel. Totally free, and I do appreciate it. As always, thanks for watching. See you out there. Stay safe. Have a great one. Bye.